how do we take a film canister and change it into developed film?
Okay, so we're first going to have to prepare our film onto the reel and into the Patterson tank. So obviously you would have to do this in kind of complete darkness or in a dark bag. We've got some up there. You'd have to do this in the complete darkness. So what you're going to get is, you're going to get your film. Obviously it won't look like this. This is some already developed film by me. You're going to get your reel. Your reel will have, so most reels will have this, but this reel has two little indent kind of things here. That's where you'll get your leader. You're going to feed it in. Like that. So you're just going to feed your leader in like that. And then all you're going to do after that is just turn it so the film feeds on. Once it's fully on, we can then put the centre column through the middle of the reel, like so. Get the Patterson tank, pop that in there, like that. Then get the lid, pop it on top, and then turn until you hear a click. Cool. And now that's ready for development. Right, so now that we've loaded our Patterson tank, we're going to move on to putting the chemicals inside. Okay, so I've already pre-measured out my dev stop and fix, and my dev is currently at 20 degrees, which is perfect. So, for my dev stop fix, I've done 1:1 on my dev, which means it should take 15 minutes. My stop should take 30 seconds, and my fix should be about 8 minutes. I've also got a washing agent at the end here. That's just about 7.5 mil, just so I can make sure that my film is fully washed through. So we've got an agitator. I've got an agitator just to make the process of agitating my film a bit easier instead of shaking it violently. No, you shake it a bit more calmly. But so we're going to put the thermometer to the side. 20 degrees is obviously the good amount for developer. Any lower, then the time will increase. Any higher, then the time will decrease. So obviously you could put the dev at 27 degrees, for instance. I wouldn't, but you know, you could. Now that we've got our chemistry, we just want a timer. So I've got an app that does the timings for me. And when we pour in our dev, we're going to start the timer. For the first 1 minute, we're going to agitate, and then we're going to agitate for 10 seconds at the start of every new minute. So we'll pour the developer in, hit go, and then we're just going to agitate. While you're waiting for it to develop, you can sit and just wash out all of your beakers and stuff. Okay, so once your timer's gone off, you're just going to dispose of your dev however you want to dispose of it. We've got a little tub under here that we're just going to pour the dev into. And next you're going to pour in your stop and agitate for 30 seconds. Once your timer's gone off, you're going to dispose of your stop. However you dispose of it, we pour it back into the bottle. And then you're going to pour in your fix. Agitate for a minute. And then for 10 seconds at the start of every minute afterwards. Okay, so now that time is complete, we're just going to dispose of our fix the same way that you dispose of everything else, however you dispose it. I'm going to do a bit of washing up and then I'll wash the film. Right, the next bit is just a simple water wash. So I'll show you the way I like to water wash it. So I'll put the Paxton tank in the sink first. And I'll just run the water nicely into the Paxton tank, just to make sure that it fully washes the film. After about 30 seconds I'll turn the water off, pour it out, get my washing agent, pour it in, put it back under the water, and then do the exact same thing again. Then after letting that sit for about 30 seconds again, I'll turn the water off, drain out the water and wetting agent, give the test tube a little wash a couple of times, put that away on my drying rack, and now it should be time to open our film. So twist the lids open, take out your centre column, undo that, give it a little shake, get rid of that excess water, and then the way that we wound up the reel, we're going to do that, but we're going to push it again until it clicks, and we're going to just separate the two halves so we can see our full reel of film, and we're just going to simply take it off. Unravel and we'll see all of our nice prints there. I'm now going to take this and put it in the drying rack in the darkroom. Obviously I can't take the camera in the darkroom, but I'll show you the afterworks. Okay, so I've just collected my prints from the darkroom. We can see they've came out really nicely. That's how you process your film.